because that's something that I've really been watching when I hear, kind of talking heads and pundits saying this is going to be just like the 70s. The 70s is the most recent similarities to kind of what's happening now in terms of high inflation and the rates going up. But the thing that is really, really different is the number of people starting households and the number of people actually buying homes. Because even though we have the millennials, on the fringe of starting to enter home buying ages and starting to buy more, that's kind of pulled back, but it's still not nearly the population group that we had in the late 70s. So I think it would just give us a little bit of nuance to add that and just say, hey, how much of that is formation versus the rates? But either way, even if you just don't have as many people buying, I have no doubt at all that the high interest rates slowed down anyone that hadn't bought, in the mid to late 70s to go, okay, now we're really going to hold tight for a while. And you can see clearly that took at least 5-6 years to get back to where it was before 77. And then, till 1985, 86 before you really get close to where you were in 78. So I think you've got at least a 5-year run, even if you account for some of that baby boomer house purchasing. But to your point, up to maybe 10.
Yeah. So then the big one, right? Everybody wants to talk price. I've been talking transactions. We've been right about that. So what I did is I went and summarized nominal. So we just nominal home prices because that's what most people think about.
Yes.
Guess what the cumulative nominal increase in housing is from 1978 to whenever that was, 1996. Do you have a guess what happened to prices? Because everybody says transactions down, prices have to collapse. Anna, what do you think prices did over that 18-year period?
I think they probably were in the 6% range.
So what do you think the cumulative is? So 6 times
cumulative.
18, yeah, cumulative.
Yeah, 100 and what is that? 108%.
Yeah, look at you. It's like you've done this before. Are you cheating? Do you have the
No,
spreadsheet up
I'm
in front of you?
not.
I know.
I'm not.
I'm just teasing. So cumulative 110, average 5.8. You are good.
I study a lot like you, Michael, right? That's why we try to do this show and help people. But, it is lumpy. And if you look at your spreadsheet, you can see that initially home values started to fall a little bit. But then, it's kind of like the consumer gets used to, okay, it's still high, but it's getting a little better. So let's start, buying more houses. So, but I think we probably had a little bit more. I'm not sure. I think we had a little bit more supply a little earlier, but people do kind of, get used to rates being higher and eventually they still have to move. And so if you have a little bit of a lack of supply and rates going higher, you're still going to have an increase in home prices.
Yeah. So again, that was very much nominal, right? 110 or 5.8 kind of average.